Sup, you sexy bitches? My name is Sterling, and welcome to the channel. This is where I like to go and read some of the best and most upvoted stories on Reddit. And today we're going to be getting into some Am I the Asshole? And in one story, OP deals with temper tantrum customers at a coffee shop by getting pretend fired. And then in another, OP sues his ex-girlfriend for throwing away his 1967 Impala project to a scrapyard because she wants to park in the car garage. Nope. That bitch. Let's see how these stories turn out. Our first story is by Dad Joke. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for making a dad joke? Note: my stepdaughter Madeline was about a year old when I married her mother, Jessica. Madeline's father died before she was born. That is highly unfortunate. I'm sorry. Madeline is currently 15, and she's rebelling for almost everything. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set a punishment up for her. Then she said, "You're not my dad, I don't have to follow you." Honestly, I got hurt a bit from that, but I understand that she didn't mean it, and that she'd probably change. I just replied, "I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years, and as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules." That happened about 2 days ago, so our family was going grocery shopping when Madeline said, "I'm hungry, I need food." I decided to be extremely cheeky and say, "Hi, hungry, I'm not your dad." Oh, you dick. My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was just quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating me not to stoop down to her level. I honestly just thought it was a funny dad joke, and my son agrees. So, am I the asshole? Edit: I did adopt her, so legally I am her parent. Mini update. I'll probably give a full update later, but here's what happened so far. I got to my daughter's room after dinner and began talking to her. "Hey, I'm really sorry that I hurt you by the words I said, and I'm really your dad. I changed your diapers, I met your boyfriend, and I plan on helping you through the college. And plus, I'm legally your dad, so we're stuck together. But seriously, I'm going to love you like my daughter even if you don't think I'm your dad." Then I hugged her. She did start to cry. I assume that's good. OP! I know that this was supposed to be a funny little dad joke and stuff like that, but yeah, you're kind of the asshole here. Not extremely, because you're kind of like getting back at her from what she said a couple days ago, but you say that to a kid and it can have some devastating effects on them, so I'm going to give you 0.5 assholes for what it is that you said, because it kind of was funny, but very hurtful. Very hurtful. It's one thing for her to say that to you, because obviously she probably really wants to know who her real dad is, but at the same time, for you to make that joke to her, it is rather inappropriate. I'm sorry, OP, you are kind of the asshole in this one. Good for you for going back and apologizing, though, and telling her that you are her dad, and that no matter what, you're going to be there for her. Kudos to that. Our next post is by Throwaway. Am I the asshole for pretending to get fired when customers get a temper with me? I'm a high schooler with a weekend job at a coffee shop. My co-workers who work weekends are James, the owner's son. He goes to my school. He's a shift manager, but it's not a real formal thing. He's a friendly guy. Danielle, a college student who sometimes works weekends too. So sometimes customers will come in and just be angry about such little stuff. Like literally blow up about nothing. I don't know if they're in a bad mood already or looking for someone to take it out on or what. But it's a lot. Like, how sad do you have to be a grown-ass man taking your anger out on high school and college kids? So James and I were joking about having a little fun with them and hoping to get them off our backs. So one day I was at work and some guy was having a temper about how we didn't make the coffee hot enough, which I couldn't do a thing about because I gave it to him right out of the machine. So James came in and was like, "Sir, is there a problem here?" And the guy started ranting to him too. So he just like, "OP, this is unacceptable. You're fired." I started acting real sad, like, "No, please don't fire me. My family needs this money. I need this job, please." And he played up being a hard ass, telling me to take off my apron and leave. The angry guy started to backtrack, like, "It isn't that big of a problem. You don't need to fire her over it. I didn't mean it." That's fucking hilarious. And James was like, "No, we pride ourselves on our best customer service." Of course, after all the drama, I still had my job. We were just acting. And we've done it a couple times. Whenever a customer will lose their temper Danielle or I, James will storm in and fire us. And almost every time, the person who had come in angry will apologize and say that they didn't mean it. It's kind of satisfying, making people realize their actions might actually have consequences. Anyway, I was telling my friends from school about this, and a few of them thought it was a mean prank to let someone go away thinking they had got someone who desperately needs the money fired. Am I the asshole for this joke? No, absolutely not. You have zero a-holes going to your name, OP, for this practical joke. I mean, honestly, the people who should be getting the a-hole are definitely the people who come in and start just fucking ranting like that. Like, no, that is a perfect joke to play on someone. No, that was, well, chief cast to you, madam. The only thing that I'm in awe about this is that not everyone went away feeling shameful for their own actions and getting someone fired. Like, some people actually probably reveled in the joy of getting someone fired who didn't make their coffee hot enough or some stupid thing like, my scone isn't sticky enough. Can you please re-stick it with honey? No, fuck off. A third story is from Jimothy is your uncle. Am I the asshole for suing my girlfriend after she had my 1967 Impala project taken to a scrapyard? I'm just gonna say this right freaking now. No, I would kick that bitch to the curb instantly for doing that. That is such a violation of trust and all sorts of shit. No, that bitch is gone instantly. I'll try to keep this short. I had a 1967 Impala 4-door that I bought in February 2019. A couple months ago, I bought my first house that had a 2.5 car garage. How do you have a 0.5? But I would love a garage so much. I moved the car in and started tearing it down for a complete restoration. I had the body in one bay and the chassis in another, plus the whole garage filled with parts. About 2 months ago, my girlfriend came to live with me during this whole crisis and the whole time has hated that car. And by crisis, I'm just going to assume you mean COVID. She wanted to park in the garage, but I have 2 acres of land with a lot of nice places to park under shady trees, or hell, even in the barn if she has to be inside. I tell her, tough luck, it's my house, and it's not like I can just throw it back together real quick. Anyways, I was out of town for a couple days on a business trip for the small local company I work for. When I got back, my girlfriend was all smiles, making me food all the time, doing all the chores and all that. I thought maybe she just was happy to have me home, and then I realized that I didn't see her car in the usual spot. I asked her where she parked so I could make sure to mow that area and keep it clean, and she said not to worry because she parked in the garage. I asked how, and she told me to go check it out. Turns out, while I was gone, she hired some people to come over and move everything related to that car, including the drivetrain, body, chassis, and all the parts, and take it to a local dump/scrap yard. I was absolutely dumbfounded. I spent over $11,000 on that car, including new parts, services, and the car itself. Oh, P, it sucks. I told her I was going to be taking her to court for that, and she brushed me off like I was being dramatic. I told her that it's done between us and to pack her things and leave. Well, thank God you did that, OP. I admit, I was really angry, and I did end up getting a lawyer. And as I have all the receipts for all the money spent, and I have her on the house security cam footage, letting the guys in and watching them take it, oh my God, and watching them take it all, I think I can win. Her family and friends are absolutely blowing me up, saying it's just a stupid old piece of junk and that she cannot pay back all that money I spent and that I should just let it go. But I have been putting my time, effort, and money into that car for 1.5 years now, and God damn it if I'm not going to get justice for what she did. Am I the asshole? No, you are not the asshole at all. Fuck that bitch, kick her to the curb, sue her ass off, and get your fucking money back. No, that bitch needs to be fucking taught a lesson. Hell no. Edit. Thank you all so much for the support and awards and everything. I'm glad I have some people on my side. I got a call from my mom about 20 minutes ago, and she told me that I was ruining her daughter's life over a stupid car. I told her she ruined her own life. I've been gathering documentation and stuff, and I'm about to head down to the police station and file a report as suggested by lots here. Once again, thank you all. Update. Went to the police station last night, was told to come back in the morning, just got back and filed an official report against her for grand larceny and grand theft auto. And I think grand larceny is anything over $5,000. At least it is in Canada. I had some fucker stole a credit card from me straight out of the mail, didn't even know the credit card existed, racked up $7,000 onto it, and I think it only had a $6,000 limit. But because it takes time for transactions to go through, they were able to keep putting onto it, and it came up to like $7,000. Eventually, I didn't have to pay it all off. It was all flagged as fraudulent. But yeah, grand theft larceny, anything over $5,000, the police seriously care about, and they will go hard after that person. I showed them all the receipts I had for the car and the footage of her letting the guys come and take it, as well as the title for the vehicle in my name. They said they would be in contact with all three parties, me, my ex-girlfriend, and the junkyard guys soon, and they will hopefully be able to recover some or all of my car. Just have to wait now. Huge update! They found my goddamn car! The junkyard guys apparently were just in the middle of hiding it when the police came to ask them questions. It was on the forklift, and they were gonna put it up top on a pile of cars that was hidden behind some more piles of cars. They said it was theirs, and they had the title, but obviously they didn't have the title for it, and since they matched the VIN on the chassis and the body to the VIN on my title, it was obviously mine. I know at least one person there has been arrested. Oh shit. I think he was in the camera footage I talked about earlier, but I don't know if he was the boss or whomever, or even his specific charge. They also told me they would be looking into this specific junkyard for any other vehicles reported stolen. They said that they haven't been able to get in contact with my ex just yet, and they were working on it. I'm just so glad that they found my car. Luckily, I made quite an album of pictures detailing me tearing down the car, and so I can use that to prove what parts they had that were mine, so I can hopefully get most or all of it back. Police haven't let me take it back home yet, as they say it's evidence or something, so hopefully I can get it back eventually. Oh gosh, evidence can be there for so freaking long. Thank you all so much for the support and advice. She's going to be alright. And by she, obviously you mean the car, not your ex-girlfriend, cause fuck that bitch. She deserves an easy 3.5 to 4 buttholes fucking out of 5. No. That bitch is gonna fry. She's gotta fry. She's gotta learn a freaking lesson. That is horrible behavior. Our next story is by Only in Quebec 9. Oh, French people. You know this is gonna be messed up. Am I the asshole for telling my wife the lock on my daughter's door does not get removed till my brother-in-law and his daughters are out of our house? I'm just gonna go with no at this point. It's your daughter and it's your house, and it sounds like there's some serious entitlement going on. My brother-in-law, Sammy, lost his home shortly after his divorce, 10 months ago. That fucking sucks, bro. He moved in with us and brought his twin daughters, Olivia and Sloane, 18, with him a couple months ago. His sister, my wife, and I have one daughter, Zoe, 16. She and her cousins aren't close, but they get along fine. Olivia and Sloane have no respect for Zoe's privacy. None. They used to walk into a room and take everything they can get their hands on. Makeup, phone accessories, clothes, school laptop, etc. Zoe complained a lot, and I've already asked the girls to respect Zoe's privacy and stop taking things. My wife and Sammy saw no issue with this. After all, they're girls, and that's the typical teenage girl's behavior. I completely disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree with you as well, OP. That is bullshit. Last straw was when Zoe bought a $60 MAC makeup kit that looks like a paint set that she saved up for over a month, and one of the girls, Sloane, took it without permission and ruined it by mixing shades together while using it. Don't know much about makeup, but that's what Zoe said when she found the kit on her bed and was crying. I told my wife, and she said she'd ask Sloane to apologize, but I got Zoe a lock after I found she was moving valuable belongings out of the house because of this incident. Sammy and his daughters saw the lock and weren't happy. Ooh. The girls were extremely upset. Sammy asked about it, and I straight up told them, he said my daughters aren't thieves. Fuck you, they aren't. It's normal that girls of the same age borrow each other's stuff. He said Zoe could easily get another makeup kit for 15 bucks from Walmart and shouldn't even be buying expensive adult makeup in the first place, and suggested my wife take care of this defect in Zoe's personality, trying to appear older than she was. He accused me of being overprotective and babying Zoe with this level of enablement. Oh God, I want to slap this fucking Sammy dude so goddamn hard. I told him, this is between me and my wife, but she shamed me for putting a lock on Zoe's door for her cousin to see and preventing them from spending time with her, saying I was supposed to treat them like daughters. Hell no, not if they're acting like that. Then demanded I remove it, but I said this lock does not get removed till her brother and his daughters are out of our house. She got mad I was implying we kicked them out and said her family will hate me for this. So I reminded her that I let Sammy and his family move in, which was something her own family refused to do. So she should start with the blaming, shaming them for not taking their own son, nieces, and granddaughters in. If it wasn't for her family's unwillingness to help, we wouldn't be dealing with this much disturbance at home. Everyone's been giving me and Zoe the silent treatment, and my wife is very much upset over this. Fuck them. Fuck them. Like, I'm appalled by your wife's behavior at all of this. It is her actual daughter's fucking stuff, not there's being the step parent. There's always that disconnect, and I can see the wife being a bit of a bitch. I'm like, well, these are my actual nieces, and yeah, my step kid, but this is my real blood and family. Like, there is that mentality to it, but at the same time, that's fucking bullshit. But that is your own daughter that is getting her stuff stolen by her cousins, and her brother's just like, it doesn't matter. It's all good. I don't need to deal with it. It's not my stuff that I need to buy. And no. You need to have a sit down with these fucking 4 people and lay a goddamn law down, because that is a whole heap of bullshit that is going on. My God. I'm gonna give Sammy, the wife, and the 2 nieces an easy 3 out of 5 assholes. No, they are so the assholes in this entire situation. Fuck them. That was r/AmITheA asshole. Hit the subscribe button and the bell to see more videos. Later, everyone.
What the hell is even that?